What's up all my YouTube fans? I'm happy you're having a great ass day, kick-ass day right across the world. Just on a sidekick predictions, one thing I did forget to mention was the Switch Pro. Now, the Switch Pro will be released next year, I think, or they may even decide to do it early this year, but I don't think so. I think it's more next year that they do refill, but it's only $100 if you got the normal standard Switch, so that's just fantastic. So that's the thing I forgot to mention was the Switch Pro, so keep an eye out for that, and yes, it is going to be a kick-ass system. Now, today's topic is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be the best games of all time. Starting off at number 10, we have Batman for the NES. Absolutely classic game for the Nintendo Entertainment System. If you haven't, go and check it out. It's the original Batman game. That game's just absolutely to die for. Non-stop, jam-packed, full of fun. At number 9, we have Tomb Raider of the Lost World. Absolutely kick-ass game. Did that game from my YouTube channel from start to finish, and it is a success. At number 8, we have GoldenEye 007. For the Nintendo 64, I do believe that game is a lot of fun. Gets star as Pierce Brosnan going around shooting people, and there's one damn position which is actually to die for, so absolutely fantastic. Number 7 on the list is Contra, which is another NES classic game. Absolutely fun. I've done that game on my channel. Actually, do check it out. It did really well with the viewers and various bits and pieces like that. So that's fantastic. So number 7 on the list is Contra. Number 6 on the list is SimCity 2000. That game was just fantastic. Growing up as an 18-year-old kid playing that game, lots of fun and excitement, and yeah, it's a good game. Next game on the list is number 5, and that is Grand Theft Auto 5. That game's a lot of fun, and there's a delightful character called Trevor, worth checking it out. I did that on my YouTube channel as well. Number 4 is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Nintendo Switch release. That game's just brilliant, mind-boggling, and worth checking out. Number 3 is The Legend of Zelda or Orchestration of Time. Do check that out. That is on the Nintendo 64. One of the best games of all time. I played that as a kid growing up in various bits and pieces, and it was a raging success. Number 2 games of all time, which is Red Dead Redemption, one of the best games of all time. I did that on my YouTube channel. Absolutely fascinating game. And number 1 best game off the list of all time is Spider-Man. That game is just 10 out of 10 legendary status. And an honourable mention is The Witcher 3, so that's a very good game as well. So there it is, my top 10 best games of all time. So yeah, that's it. I'll quickly do the movies, just because I got it here on the list. Number 1 is Top Gun. Every man and his dog's seen that film. That's just a 10 out of 10 legendary status. Number 2 is The Godfather. That's just absolutely brilliant. I saw that a couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and it blew my mind, and the ending's just unreal. Number 3 is Star Wars: A New Hope. That's just it. Number 4 is Troy. Troy's just a lot of fun with Brad Pitt in it. Yeah, takes down Troy and blah blah blah. Number 5 is the 300 Spartans. A lot of blood and guts in that one. Number 6 is Around the World in 80 Days. Always a kick-ass film to watch before you're doing any sort of travel. Ironically enough, it was on one day before we did that New Zealand trip, and I watched it from start to end, and yeah, it was good. Got me really excited for New Zealand, and it was like on a day before we left to go to Melbourne to see it. So yeah. Number 7 is Avatar. Saw that in the cinemas, gold class. A lot of fun, action-packed film. Graphics were amazing. Up there with one of the best profit films of all time too. Number 8 is Taken. If you haven't seen Taken yet, do so. It's amazing. Number 9 is Birdman. Totally unreal. You guys should go and see it. Number 10 is Chicago, one of the best songs things of all time. If you haven't seen that, duck off and hire that out from your local video store. It's to die for, and if they ever do a play in Melbourne, I'll probably go and see it. We'll see how we're going for time. 7 minutes and 14 seconds. Going really well for time. I'll just talk, this isn't psychic predictions. This is the year that we had in 2020. Now, it really wasn't a fun year. The year we are now in is 2021, so it's very careful that you do get the timelines right. At the start of the year, we had fires in East Gippsland, coming very close to our property. Had to evacuate, went down for sale for the day, and it was a very stressful time. First time ever you had to evacuate from your own property. So there were the bushfires in Gippsland. Then Kobe Bryant passed away, the American basketball player, very sad. Then there are floods all over the world, so lots of floods to take in consideration. Yeah. Then COVID hit. It wasn't COVID a shit story, and it's still going on today. Nowhere near as severe as it was last year. Hopefully they do find testing in various bits and pieces. If you haven't watched my psychic predictions, because they're all on there. USA protesting, yeah. Next. Then Donald Trump tests positive for COVID, doesn't he? So that's one of the things that he does, that does happen. And then Joe Biden wins the presidency as a result, and a lot of it's got to do with COVID. So what's a man got to do? Baby Shark, #1 YouTuber. I did watch it. We'll just leave it at that and various bits and pieces. So moving along. I was surprised that we were to be able to get that all in. Yeah, that'll do.